Had a pretty productive day so far. I had to go to the bank today. Kind of do a financial sheet. If you haven't done that, I would suggest that you do it, even if you are not an entrepreneur. I would still suggest that you do a financial sheet to see where you stand as far as financially, your debt to income ratio, debt to liabilities and assets. Hello. Oh me, I gotta pull my glasses up to see who that is. I think I know who this is. The sun was in my eyes. Hold on a minute. I'll give y'all a glimpse at what I'm looking at, and then I'm going to take a look at this. My eyesight is not as great as it used to be. Okay, how you doing, Isaiah? Yeah, you guys, I will most definitely do a financial sheet, like I said, just to... Oh, I'm glad you're doing okay, buddy. Just to see where you stand. You do a gross number of assets, and then your gross liabilities, and then you'll subtract those liabilities or subtract the liabilities from the assets, and that'll tell you how much net assets you have. But it also will give you a percentage of also give you a percentage of what your debt to income ratio is, in a way. You know what I'm saying? It'll say, okay, you've used 25% of your worth, or whatever the case may be. I forgot the terminology. Right now, that's what I had to do. I just want to see where I was at to see how much of my name, of my credit I've used so far, because I might need another loan. So but right now I think I've decided against it. I think I'm gonna go with another loan. And thank you for the like. I mean, folks, when you buy investment properties, especially the ones that you want to buy to hold, you got to have at least 20% of the purchase price available to pay. And after a while, that gets expensive. I mean, if you got 4 or 5 properties and you've had to put 20% down on each property, you're not really getting that money back real quickly. You know what I mean? Especially if you're renting. Rent to own, you're not even really going to get that money back, not unless you ask for it up front or for a deposit. And in that case, some people, they can just go to the bank and do that if they got it. So, it's a process, you guys. It's a process. So I had to decide whether or not we want to rent to own, or sell this property that we're getting ready to get finished, and it looks like I'm leaning more towards selling the property flat out. That way I can have that cash flow I need. Okay, not cash flow, but the sweat equity that I need to buy another hold if I want to. Then I have the down payment. So, those are the decisions you got to make sometimes. Like I told you all before in my lives and some of my other videos, you have to be able to pivot, man. You got to be able to call an audible and be like, this is not the way we're going to go. This is the best way. So, you can't be scared to do it. At the end of the day, it's your money. It's your credit line. So, I'm going to talk it over with the team and just let them know this is what I'm thinking about doing. And if anybody can come up with a better idea, I'm all ears. We can find a way to keep it, which I would love to, especially with all the work that we're putting into it. I think it would be a good home to do a lease option with, at least with an option to buy, but I don't have that cash sitting around to make the down payment. That's going to be the issue. So that's where I'm at. So I got one double wide sold, and the other one is still pending. I have looked at 2 different properties, which I'm gonna have to stop looking at them until I can get that cash flow together. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my surplus back up. But she's doing good. She's at work right now. She should be off here just in a little bit, but she's doing good. Everybody's doing good. How's everybody doing at your end? Okay, that's good. Tell everybody I said hello and I love them. Slow down here. So what I will do, what I'll tell you right now, of course, I'm making a journey to Bonneville today. I'm going to take care of some business. One of my tenants has decided to move out. They got a place of their own, which is awesome. I really am happy for my former tenants when they can either go home or find a home. Because my first tenants at that house, they already had a home. They were just they were down here because of work. So, right now, this lady here, they found them a place. They found something that's going to work for them, and that's awesome. I'm happy for them. So, we've already did a walkthrough. So before you give up your deposit, you want to do a walkthrough and make sure everything is in reasonable shape. Everything's not going to be exactly the way you gave it to them because, it's been lived in. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you want reasonable shape. on ahead and give her whole deposit back. There's a few things that I did kind of see that I was kind of like, eh. But, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. There was some screw holes in the wall. I mean, you could putty that and touch that up. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it takes money. But she left the place in pretty good condition, so I'm not going to harp on that. And another thing, if you're going to get into this business, that you got to realize is that the people that you do business with, they're going to be part of your marketing strategy. So, you know, you want to try your best. I mean, I'm not saying you gotta go out of your, well, I ain't gonna say that. How can I put this? You gotta do what's best for business, but treat people right and everything will fall into place for you. And I'm treating this lady right because, like I said, they took care of us. It was suggested that I charge them a cleaning fee, which we've already charged them a cleaning fee up front. So, you know, that's part of it. That's the $250 cleaning fee. And what I'm going to do from now on is I'm getting ready to create multiple accounts. Okay, so we need an account for a cleaning fee, and I want them accounts to be high interest yield. So that way, when I put that money in, it's going to gain a lot of interest. You know what I'm saying? And I can keep that money in those accounts for what their purpose is. Cleaning fees, deposits. Just keep them in there and let them do their thing. Because you're not supposed to use those monies anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to be putting out a video really soon, ladies and gentlemen. This video will be a update video on the property that we bought and that we are fixing to flip. So, I got a video on that. It's going to be about a 5-minute video, and I'm probably going to do a couple of shorts. And then, praying that we can get you all the finished product real soon. It looks like they're working ahead of schedule, so we'll see what happens. All right, you all, I'm going to get ready to get off of here. I thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Mr. Isaiah, for joining me this morning. And I pray that you all have a blessed day. And remember, if everybody serves, everybody gets served. Okay? Be looking for my videos. Check out my other content. Like, subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Love you guys.